Okay, everybody, taking a trip down memory lane today, everybody. So, as some people might notice, there is a Zelda game here that is in very nice condition. I was very surprised to have gotten this for the cheap price that they were selling it for. So, this looks to be in very good condition as far as the box goes. It has everything there. As you can see, it looks like a very good classic. It's definitely something special for most people that don't know about this game. This is where it all started, and everybody always had to play it. Now the only problem is we have these rips here at the top, and it says NES PZL. So I'm going to have to check mine downstairs to see how exactly the same this is. But as you can see, this appears to be the original. So hopefully it is. So back in the day, back in the 80s, 85, 86, this came out for the Nintendo. My box kind of got flattened, but I do have it downstairs. I don't know how it got flattened, but it sure as heck did. And of course, I have mine over here in this old-fashioned. You'll never see one of these. I don't even think you can find one of these online, you know, if somebody's got one of these. So back in the 80s, my mom bought me this, and this is original from the 80s. So basically it's like a thing to put your games in, and it's classic because you really can't find these at all. This is from the 80s. So this is like cardboard, as you can see, with like plastic wrapped around it, you know, and then they got this little handle. I don't think you can find this online at all, you know. It's just all the way around. It just seems to be folded at the seams here, as you can see. And I even have my old Monopoly pieces from back when Monopoly started back in the day, you know, so I used to stick them on there. So, you know, it was like when that first came out, we were like collecting. But whenever you open this thing, you know, it's pleated and kind of worn, but it's cardboard with like some sort of plasticky crap, you know. So here, I'm missing a game from in here, but it was Ninja Turtles that somebody took. But here is my original from when my mom bought it for me. The very first game I ever got was Ghostbusters and Zelda and Super Mario 2. Those were the ones. And then I had to get Adventures of Link because it had come out and everybody had to have it, you know. And then, of course, you got to have your classics here. And Maniac Mansion, there's going to be a separate one for that because that was very special back in the day. But let's just take a look and see how mine is compared to this one. Now, mine originally, you know, only some things did I realize that collecting games was important back then. But this is 100% official. So we're going to compare the two. And this is original from when I was a kid. I mean, there is no doubt about it. I remember it. Everybody remembers it. We're going to compare the two and see. And I used to ride my bike over to my friend's house and carry the games with me in hand, you know. So, I mean, the game, I tried to take care of it. But, of course, as a kid, I played the hell out of this. And I had kept it ever since the days be gone. So as you can see, my sticker is still there and not coming off. But they always seem to come off right about there because everybody's hands are grabbing right here to put the game in and they rub their finger on it. And so just like with all of them that I've seen, you always see the sticker kind of coming off right there. So it's very hard to find one that don't have one coming off. Okay, so this is an official original. Guaranteed, money back, hamsters in your pants, my man. So, we're going to put that off to the side. As you can see, it did come with these books. I've got more of the stuff put away, you know. The actual cover for the book is stuffed away somewhere. Somehow I managed to taint the book, you know, but it's got all the pictures, and this is how game books should be. This must have came with it. All that stuff, as you can see. So pretty crazy to see this after all these years. Now, the originals came with this, so we're going to find out. So, be right back in a second, because opening this, I don't want to tear anything, and we'll be right back with that. Okay, so here we are back with everything, and it comes with the styrofoam, which mine still has as well. As you can see, you also have the actual instruction booklet, which is pretty good condition for what it is. I mean, it's really good. You know, I'm surprised whoever had this. Now let's take a look. As you can see, it does have the original Nintendo. It appears to be the same. Now, here's what I want to compare, because the original, this is original right here. What's going on with this right here? So this was bought day one. Day one, this was bought. And this looks like a copycat sticker, because that's either a reprint or a final product. I don't know. I guess I'll have to find out, because see how it says made in Japan really small here? But right here the letters are bigger. Okay? The letters are bigger and these are smaller. Okay, so I find that a little strange. Now the number here is NES ZL USA. Once again, these letters are bigger. These letters are a little bit smaller. I can see the difference in the print. Okay, so I got this from eBay. Whether it's a knockoff or not, who knows, right? And maybe they don't know it, or maybe they rebought a sticker. You know, you can buy these stickers online, and you can buy stuff to restore your games. So the cartridge may be original, who knows, right? Or did somebody spray paint it? We don't know. So there's one concern I have. Mine was bought day one when it came out. It even has my name on it. Like, how stupid am I? So that way no one could ever take it. But this is what the seal should look like. This is an original, and it'll actually have was approved guaranteed quality, a seal. So as you can see, this is like a newer type of seal. This is almost like a Nintendo Power seal. This is almost like a knockoff sticker. So this is the one I got, and as you can see, the sticker's coming off on the end there. It's almost like somebody tried to put it on there. I don't know. So let's take a look at the back. And the only other way to know is to unbolt and look at the actual ROM chip in there to see if it is Nintendo, which I will be doing. So, as you can see, here's a part number, and there is a part number. So when you look at them, they look relatively the same. Written in red. Here we have a small Nintendo, and this is a very large Nintendo with a date on it. I find that a little strange, because that's when the game came out, and they didn't come like this. So I guess you got to watch what you're buying on eBay, huh? Because nobody's selling an original. I guess if you're buying an original, you need to buy it sealed, unopened. So there's like a little stamp right here. It says, is that 05? Whatever that's all about. And this version here, no stamp. Okay, so they seem to have copied as much as they could. Unfortunately, I got the feeling this may not be as original. Now, who knows? This could be a second print, but why does it say CM? I've never seen CM on there. Okay, so I know that people will reprint stickers or rebuy stickers or get stickers, you know, and redo their games and totally sell it off as mint and new. Like, they'll paint it, they'll go the full steps of cleaning. All they'll have is the chip. I've seen people take them apart and show you the chip, and you never really know what you're getting. The thing is this is 100% original. I remember going to get this game. Okay, it was from Children's Palace. We didn't have a Toys R Us back then. Okay, Children's Palace was there before Toys R Us, and there was a toy chest. So toy chest, the mall, or Children's Palace is what we had back then. Now, of course, that's where this came from, was Children's Palace, and that is right there the original seal that would come with the original. So that's the only, you know, the fact that you see this, it kind of makes me wonder, you know, the fact that this would say 1985 and this one don't even have a date on it. That's got a trademark with an R, and they always had stamps on them. You know, like, I can pull out any one of my games, and I mean, my stuff is original. Okay, guaranteed. I've held on to it as a kid. I know what I'm looking for. So the only other thing, which I may not include in the video, because then I'll feel like a dumbass for buying it, right? But I'm going to take both of them apart and compare the chips. The reality here is either this was after the fact, like way after the fact, but why would it have that date on there? And why are the seals different? I don't think Nintendo made different seals. Like, what would they make, a reprint? You know, I mean, first off, it would have to be years later, like, they still, like, produced another copy. This was day one right here, basically. Like, the first week it came out. I can't remember exactly. I just remember my mom got it for me from Children's Palace. So this here is pretty damn close to real, but is it real? It's just way too clean, you know. And if this was another print of it, you know, maybe somebody can tell me down in the comments, you know, why the stickers are different front and back. You know, I mean, this is really, really clean and minty condition for what it is. I mean, just looking at it, the cartridge itself, there's a little bit of a gap right there. You see, and on this one, it's a little bit of a gap right there. So I don't know. Maybe somebody might know a little more. But what I'm trying to say is, okay, say this came out and I got it when it came out. Well, what the heck is this if it has a date of 1985 on it? You know, because the reality is that after the fact? You know, I don't know. I just know that Nintendo's seal back in the very beginning days was like this. Okay. So this is, you know, their original seal from back then. That's what they really had. It wasn't until much later that Nintendo had Nintendo Power, and past that point that it would have this kind of seal. So, I'm just saying, because they went with this official seal of quality. So, that always makes me wonder, you know, and, you know, having the pamphlet, the instruction booklet, which appears to be, you know, pretty good. It's really hard to say. I mean, all the pages, they all seem to be there, you know. even if it is reprinted, I mean, it'd be really good. And there's a folded piece there. But here's the seal right here. Okay, so let's take a look at mine and see the difference on the first page. Well, I don't have a first page anymore, do I? It's downstairs or stuffed in there. I'm gonna have to look for it. If I look for it, I'll take a picture of it and add it in with it. You know, because the front cover is missing. I got it somewhere over there. I have to dig it out. So, is there anything else that would stand out here? You know, if it's a word for word printout. You know, I'm sure that the copy of this booklet should be the same. It's got an address on there, you know. So, you know, who knows? This could have been after the fact. There's no way this is like day one, because I was day one, you know. So they didn't change their seal, and to actually find out they didn't change their seal, it wasn't until later, you know. So original ones should have this if you're looking, and the backs should look like this. So I don't know, you know. Sometimes people have worn copies and they repaint them, and they'll actually you know, get stickers for them online. You can buy these stickers. I guarantee you, I've seen it. So the other thing is you know, the box is pretty decent for what it is, and sometimes people just buy the boxes for like $50 or something, but you know, a tab of it easily breaks off of the sides here. So we are going to go over all of this, and I am going to find the other paper and make sure and see if that seal that's right here is in there. I'm sure that this booklet couldn't be fake and this game couldn't be fake. This has to be after the fact, or maybe it is a reprint, you know, because mine is first edition back when the game actually really came out, and this is how they really looked. So I'm not too sure. We're going to dig into that. I'm sure there's some checking that can be done, which I will do. And I'm going to find that booklet page. I bet my seal on the booklet page, if I find it, you know, we're going to compare booklet pages. But they didn't have this seal yet, you know. Nintendo Power was, I don't even think was out yet. We had the game book, you know. There was a Nintendo Power book or some sort of, just, it's a black book that I have downstairs. It's like black, and that the Nintendo Power didn't come out right away. It was with Super Mario Brothers 2 when they had that come out. So that was later, okay? So all my games are original, and so we're going to take a good look. Let's just take a look and see. Is there a seal like that on Super Mario? No. No, see, they always stamp them. That's how you know it's original, because there's a stamp. This says 05. This says 1985 with CM. So that would be accurate, right? So this has to be after the fact is what they bought here. Because I wouldn't think that somebody on eBay would try to rip you off. Let's see if it has the seal. Oh, there's an original seal that's just like mine right here. That's strange. There's the seal. There's the seal. And this is from when... And I got Mario 2 exactly when it came out. The day that it released. My mom took me up there. It was so awesome, you know. And I was the only kid on the block that had Mario that week. I was like, you know, Children's Palace, you know, I don't know if it's $40 or what it was back then, but the games were pretty cheap. Let's take another look at another game here. Let's see here. Oh, here's the Adventures of Link, and there's the original seal right there. Okay, and when we look, there is a stamp, and this has CM 1985, but no stamp on this one. That's why I'm wondering, did they get the stickers? Did they maybe have a copy of it and the stickers were bad, so they took the stickers off and put new stickers on it, is there is not a stamp, and everything back then had a stamp on it, and I'm not understanding why, you know. Nintendo is very particular about what they do and have, but you know, I always took mostly good care of everything. Now, I think this one here is an older, this isn't first edition Metroid, because I wasn't really into Metroid when I was a kid. I was like, you know, Metroid, you know, it was like everybody was playing it and everybody, you know, so it has that seal on there. So this is an older one. This one came out later, because I think the original Metroid cartridge did not look like this. This was bought, you know, originally day one, or not day one, but this one was bought, you know, after the fact. And there's a stamp right there of 00. And so there's that MC, CM kind of thing there. So this game here was after the fact, though, like maybe a few years later. It was not on day one. This says 1985. Maybe they just put 1985 on everything back then, right? So here's a Castlevania game with that seal. And there is a stamp or a number placed on there. That's strange. Let's take a look at this. This should have a seal in it. There's a seal, just like that one. So this has to be after the fact, because original cartridges, they did not have that. So that's how I know. I know for a fact how that works. Let's go to a very much older original Ghostbusters. This is an original Ghostbusters from day one, and there's that original seal right there. Okay, so the seal is different, and of course you got a stamp mark, and you know, so that is original Ghostbusters right there. So there is a big difference. There is the old seal right there. Like I said, this seal here, you know. So just kind of pointing out, this isn't a day one cartridge. This has to be an after the fact. Just like I got with Metroid here. This Metroid was not, this had to be a few years later, an additional print. So I just, you know, hope you don't. The only thing I am concerned about is they always had some sort of stamp or number on here, and I have nothing like that on here. And it's kind of strange. So this may be after a certain trademark was made. But anyways, that said CM. This says MC. Why is it backwards? So if this is a secondary print, why does it say something opposite of that one? Like I said, somebody might have restickered this. I don't know. So I'm going to do even deeper digging when we take it apart. If I find something really compelling, I will make a video of it. So anyways, I spent enough time here. Just wanted to let you all know. Got this in pretty good condition. If it is original, you know, that'd be great. And like I said, this is original because we all had to have this game back in the day. Like, oh, we had to beat it, and it was such a pain in the butt to beat. Like, I'll tell you, we played and played forever, and the kid Calvin or whatever down the street was the only one that could beat it, get to the Shadow Link and fight him, and going through that final maze was a headache, but we figured it out. And just you know, his mom would take the game away from him when he got mad and throw a big fit, and it just ended the world. The world was ending. You can't take the game away from the kid. It's like taking a bottle away from a baby. You just can't do it. Anyways, that's a whole lot for today, folks. Good luck finding one of these in good condition. But we're going to go over more stuff later. I've got a lot of videos and just haven't posted any. You know, there's a lot of videos that need to be posted or made, and haven't done it because there's so much going on. So, end time. I've got like 20 plus years to do videos on YouTube, and we're going to roll with it nice and easy. Thanks for the goods. If it's good, this was, I think, 130 or 120 or something like that from eBay. Just having the game with the case, it usually goes for around $200 to $300, you know. So just saying, some of them are even jumping higher than that. What's really selling like hotcakes and is undeniably overpriced is the Ocarina of Time for the 64. That and Majora's Mask, if you have it all together in box, those go for every bit of $300 to like $800. And graded ones, you know, people are just jumping the prices. So watch out, people. Don't pay overpriced for anything. Try to save your money. It's not that big of a deal. You can play these games on your computer and put it on a stick and play it, or buy those modded consoles. It's really not that big of a deal to play these. Nintendo has a subscription. What they need to do is re-release them. Good luck, everybody. Till next time. Peace out. Okay, everybody, so I did find it, and as you can see, everything's pretty in poor condition here. But here is the seal for the original Legend of Zelda booklet. And I've got the other piece of it over here along with the other one. Geez, talk about a kid tearing ass up, huh? So there is the original seal with the original. This was back when it first came out. So that was their seal back then. Okay? There's no doubt about it. Especially if I'm showing it to you. So this has to be a reprint or an after-the-fact print. And if not, then, you know, who knows, right? But like I said, I'm uncovering a lot of ancient stuff over here. And as I go through, I'm finding all my stuff and putting it all away for safekeeping for one day. Like I said, this is not the original Metroid. Metroid did not have a front cover like this. And it didn't have a seal like that on there either. I know that. But like I said, all of them have that stamp on there. Some form of stamp. Like I got Paperboy here. There's a stamp. You know, I think they did that as like a trademark. See, there's a stamp right there on Rampage. Okay, all of that. So they always had a stamp on them. And when you don't see a stamp, that kind of makes you worry. So there's a stamp right there. I think that's how they made it official, you know. So anybody that has any questions, always look for the stamp, and somebody could always try to fake the stamp. I always worry about that. Anyways, have a good one. Talk to you later.